We finally know exactly which two characters are going to fuse in Dragon Ball Daima, guys. Yes, fusion is back in the form of bugs. And we know which two characters, or which three characters, are going to fuse in this show, which honestly is really exciting, mainly due to the DLC in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero that is supposed to be a Daima DLC, because that means that we're going to be getting a brand new fusion.
Finally, some good news tonight.
We have all of that and more coming up next. So I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Poly AI. Poly AI is one of the largest creative chatbox apps driven by AI in any app store. But the thing that really drew me to this app is its Dragon Ball content. Not only can you create your own Dragon Ball journeys and go through them through the AI chatbox, but you can also go through a myriad of different Dragon Ball rooms where you can talk to your favorite characters, Goku, Vegeta. I just talked to the entire gang in this one group where I jumped right in, and the AI has so much information on Dragon Ball and honestly deep Dragon Ball lore that it responds in kind, and I basically was talking to it like I was brand new to the universe but extremely powerful mentally because of the fact that I know all this Dragon Ball knowledge, and it was extremely entertaining. And honestly, each character really responds exactly like you would think that they would respond, especially Vegeta. So don't wait, click the link in the description below and the top comment, and don't forget to use my promo code BLACK77 to access all features. Don't wait and check out Poly AI, specifically Dragon Ball stories, as soon as you possibly can. We just got Dragon Ball Daima episode 4, and let me ask you guys a question. Is this show going through excessive lengths to make sure that these characters do not fly and walk like the Grand Tour? I mean, the Grand Tour, they were flying through a spaceship, but they're not in a spaceship, they're in the demonscape, hellscape, the demon world, the demon realm, and so they're just basically walking through these territories. And honestly, I think that's just a show really trying to keep to that Dragon Ball GT aesthetic, that they are going on some grand adventure similar to the original Dragon Ball. Because look in the show, in this episode alone, they lose their ship, they really can't fly, mainly due to two things. One, they would lose a lot of stamina, so it wouldn't be worth it. And number two, Goku still doesn't know how to really fly or maneuver, so Goku is kind of nerfed in Dragon Ball Daima as of right now because he isn't used to his tiny little body yet. He has to have more time with it before he can get adjusted. I mean, in this episode alone, we have these characters being flung through space on one giant seedling. And so I feel like this show is really going through a lot of great lengths to not only make sure it's an adventure, but lengthen the runtime of Dragon Ball Daima to keep it as long as possible. But in episode 4, we don't get any lack in quality when it comes to the animation style or anything like that. If anything, I think it gets better, and I feel like this show, again, I'm going to triple down on this, is the best looking Dragon Ball show consistently out of every single one that has come out. But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Somebody's in here.
Oh, excuse me.
Good morning.
Lois, since when does an elephant live here?
He's an exchange student, don't you remember?
Oh, that's right.
Don't you feel foolish?
Well, how long does it usually take you?
I don't remember.
Oh my God, that is such a bunch of crap. I hope my son is having a better time with your family.
Poachers! In this adventure, they stop at a store. The three characters, Goku, the Supreme Kai, and this new Han Solo type, they go into the store and find these bugs, and these bugs are extremely important because this is essentially what you're going to be getting as a supply drop. This is their quest items, this is their heals, their stamina. This is everything you would need in a game like Skyrim when you stop at a store. It is very much like an adventure style of story, and I do like that they added this in here, making it feel even more so like that, like you're playing a fantasy MMORPG or something like Dragon Quest.
Boom!
Now these bugs do various things, as I just stated: healing, stamina, all that stuff. I mean, they act kind of like sensu beans, and I mean, Goku is really interested in eating them, not so much anybody else. But there is one bug here that has the internet rolling all the way from X to TikTok, and that is the fusion bug. This fusion bug, as it is described, is a bug that, if taken, it can fuse the participants that ate the bug, fuse them together into one mighty warrior, doubling or tripling their fighting power. And I don't really know how it's supposed to work. I'm sure we're going to be seeing it, because the bug itself is tiny, so I don't know if they rip it into, rip it apart or rip it into pieces so that way they can eat it. But what is clear is that we're going to be getting a brand new fusion, because they're not just going to drop this lore right here, give the item to Goku so he won't use it, and he is extremely excited to use it as well, which is part of the fun. But everyone's asking, who's going to get fused? Well, the internet seems to think it's going to be Vegeta and Goku. Remember, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Bulma are supposed to be coming into the demon world, but they're going to be coming a little bit later, which I think is a great plot point. I love the fact that they did that, because it gives us time with Goku and the Supreme Kai and this new character, and then once that starts to get a little bit stale, we have 3 new characters coming in and joining in the fun. So I think this is going to be a really awesome story element that I can't wait for it to pay off, but everyone thinks it's going to be Goku and Vegeta. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Vegeta's really the only one that Goku has ever fused with, and I mean, he's fused with him twice now, to Gogeta and Vegeto, and to me, that seems to be the most possible answer. And I think that it would be fun to see a character that is designed in a brand new way, because it's not going to look like Vegeto. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. They're not fusing like Potara. He would look a little bit different, but he would be a child and he would be far stronger. The sign has 3 characters fusing together. 3 characters. And the only ones that make sense to me for them to fuse together are going to be Goku, Vegeta, and the Supreme Kai. Now, the reason that I think it's going to be the Supreme Kai is because he, in this episode, stated that he is a strong fighter. He has a brother and a sister that are the enemy. The story is very Kai-centric, and there's a lot of emphasis on pointy ears, which, I mean, this new character would have pointy ears because he'd be a percentage Kai, and it just fits the entire story. So it'd be like Vegeto mixed with the Supreme Kai. I think that makes a lot of sense. Now, I have a name for this character, trust me, I do. But before I tell you the name, what would you name a 3-way fusion between Goku, Vegeta, and the Supreme Kai? Because I do believe it's going to be all 3 of them. The only other one that would make sense is Goku and the Supreme Kai. That way, the ultimate fusion would have magical properties, but wouldn't be overpowered. It's closer to that level of Vegeto, although if it is before Dragon Ball Super, it wouldn't matter if it would be the same level as Vegeto, because this is the next threat, basically the Demon King. But I don't think it's going to be the Supreme Kai and Goku alone, because Vegeta is going to be part of the mix, but it is a possibility. So what would you name a 3-way fusion between Vegeta, Goku, and the Supreme Kai? I have a name, and it's an awesome one. Vegeto Kai. Boom. There you go. But let me know what you guys think. I think this episode was great, dropping new lore, giving us more stuff to wrap our teeth around. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to get really used to the pace of the episodes. I know that's like the main complaint, is that it's too slow. But to me, it's the perfect amount of speed for this sort of story. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
Prepare yourself.